last night was the premiere of American Grit, and it was so surreal to go and watch myself on camera. It was really cool though. So first I just want to go and give a giant thank you to Hanover's for going and hosting the premiere party, and of course my husband, my kids, my best friend Regina for showing up, all of my friends, my trainer Robin Johnson, so many people from the gym where I worked out, people who have read my blog showed up, people from my kids' school came. It meant the world to me that you were there and that you were supportive, and I just want to say thank you. I appreciate it, and I appreciate all of the text messages and things that have been coming in. It's made me feel really, really loved, and I appreciate that, and I love you back. Let me talk a little bit about the show. So first, so one of the biggest fears that my husband and I had going into it was we knew that they were going to go and talk about what my husband said, and he had said, this is when I was overweight, he said, "Lisa, I will always love you, but I'm just not attracted to you right now." And that was one of those giant wake-up call moments in my life. It kind of got me to the gym. It didn't keep me there. The thing that kept me there was I started gaining self-confidence, and I just really enjoyed bodybuilding, and I learned a lot through that. But it was, what he said kind of did go and was sort of like a wake-up call for me. We were both really scared about sharing this story. I mean, everybody wants to go and present that their marriage is perfect. But you know what? That's not real. Sometimes people say mean things. I mean, I know I've said things that I've regretted, and it doesn't end up on national TV, or maybe it will, down the road. But, the story isn't that he said one really mean thing to me over the course of a 12-year marriage. The story is that we stayed together, we prayed together, and we worked things out, and we're a stronger, happier couple because of it. And our family's better, and I made some changes that I needed to make in my life, and he's making some changes that he needs to make too. So I think overall this was a good thing. I think, and he acknowledges, he feels bad the way that he said it, and that it was, and that he said something mean. But like I said, everybody says mean things from time to time, and we just kind of work through it. The other thing I want to talk about was being on the bridge. So you kind of saw me on the bridge crying. So I wanted to just sort of tell you what you didn't see is that my mom had died fairly recently, and it'll actually be a year ago in a couple of days. And at the time we were there and we were at the bridge, it was snowing, and while I was getting my harness on, I just started thinking about her, and I just thought, God, I wish my mom could see me. I really wish my mom could see me right now. She would be so proud, and then I just started getting, I just started tearing up. And then of course camera crews were there, like going and saying, "Oh, are you scared? Are you scared?" And, and then after a while, I mean, yeah, I was scared too, but it was, the thing that started me crying was thinking about my mom. But everything that I was afraid would happen doing a reality TV show happened. I was afraid that I would fail. I had a hard time getting down that bridge. I was afraid that I would embarrass myself. Yeah, not only, it's embarrassing to break down and cry in front of other people, but to know that it's going to be on a national TV show, oh my God, the humiliation was just colossal in my mind. And of course I was thoroughly, afraid that people would say mean things about me behind my back. which they did. you know, I was called a crybaby. I mean, that hurt. But, despite all of my biggest fears happening, I'm still standing. I'm still here, and I think a lot of people have similar experiences. I think a lot of people, are afraid to try things and are afraid to go out of their comfort zones because they're afraid that they'll fail. They're afraid that they'll embarrass themselves, and they're afraid that people are going to say mean things about them. But I want you to kind of think of these different things to counter that. If you're afraid you're going to fail, you will. Try again. Keep going. That whole old adage, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Keep trying. Don't give up on yourself. If I got down that bridge and it was a really, really big bridge, you can get through whatever you're going through. The other fear is that, you'll embarrass yourself. Well, one of the biggest things you have to remember is that, you're human. You're going to embarrass yourself. And the other thing is, when you watch this show, you'll see that sometimes the people with the biggest confidence and the most bravado don't end up winning. So it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be human. It's okay to cry. Just keep going. And then the final thing is, yes, people will sometimes say mean things about you. But for every one person who says something mean, there's two people who say something nice. It was so wonderful going and seeing Noah Galloway, my cadre, defend me and go and, say, did she cry on the bridge? Yes. But did she get down? Did she finish? Yes. And that's what was important to him. And that made me so good. I mean, as a competitor, you're not privy to all of these conversations. So it was really great knowing that he defended me, and that knowing that I had weaknesses, he chose me for his team anyway. That made me feel so amazing. And then, of course, Tony, I mean, we were competitors. Touchdown Tony, the NFL player, he could have just let me be stuck up there. He could have. I mean, we were in a competition against each other. But he didn't. He didn't make fun of me. He didn't let me hang out there. He helped me, and he said, open your eyes, look around. This is beautiful. You got this. And so I want you to think about that too. It's like, when you're afraid that people will say mean things, don't worry about what other people are saying. Focus on the people who are helping you, people who maybe you don't even know. Focus on the fact that people are supporting you and people are rooting for you. And so that's kind of what I want you to take away from the show, at least from my perspective, And then the final thing is my daughter. I watched this, with my husband and my kids and my friends. And my daughter, she had been bullied before, and so it was really, really cool watching her watch the circus. And it was so funny because when it happened, she went and turned around and she's like, I had given her like an American flag. I had given all the kids flags to wave and stuff. And all of the kids, like everybody in the crowd, they were all cheering when he went down and when Goldie and Jim won. And then my daughter went and said, the mouth that wouldn't shut has shut. Bullies never win. It was just so funny. And so I ended up tweeting that out, and it got retweeted and everything, and people were like, yeah, your daughter's cool. So it was just, that was a really, really cool moment. It was so much fun going and watching this with my family. So again, that was my take. I am so blessed to be part of this show. I am so grateful, for, you know, Noah being my mentor. He's an amazing guy. And it was so funny all day yesterday, you know, he was texting me, and all of the contestants, we were all, you know, texting each other like, good luck, are you excited? And so on social media, I'll be retweeting articles about other contestants and everything. And then, you know, my green team, you know, David, the Olympic gold medalist, and Mark, the lumberjack, and Claire, the Alaskan fisherwoman, you'll get to kind of see more of them as the show progresses and everything. And they're fantastic. You couldn't ask for better teammates. So this has been such a great experience. And I'm looking forward to going and seeing next week's episode, and I hope you are too. So I'll be writing more during the week at she'slosingit.com, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.